Plaintiff Nathan Neal says the defendant is his sister, and after their mother abandoned them when they were young, Nathan started smoking marijuana and eventually graduated to crack cocaine. Nathan claims after he cleaned up his act, he moved in with his elderly mother and was to be paid by the state to care for her. But the defendant refuses to file the paperwork, so he's suing. Defendant Laura Sr. admits that she too got a little wild after their mother left, but insists she never got into drugs and instead did something with her life and became a successful hairstylist. Laura's countersuing her brother for defamation of character because she claims Nathan accused her of neglecting to feed their mother in an attempt to get guardianship.
Tell me what happened.
Me and my sister, Laura Sr., we've had a storied past. We were close when we were younger, and my mother left us in our early teens. We just woke up one morning and Mama was gone.
How often did you see her thereafter?
I didn't see her for about 8 years. About 8 years.
You stayed with your dad?
Yeah, my dad stayed there, and he was working long hours. So it was left for us to be at home on our own.
How many
pretty much.
kids?
It was just her and I and her daughter. My brother and our older sisters had moved out.
How old were you again when you
About 14, 15.
Go ahead.
But we were left to fend for ourselves, and our house became the party house. Of course, we had a lot of people coming over, and I started hanging out a lot early. I started using alcohol, weed, graduated to cocaine, and then to crack. I stayed in the streets for about 17 years.
17 years?
Yes.
On crack?
On crack, yes. Pretty much.
Smoke your heart away? You have congestive heart failure? Or anything?
None of that, none of that. Okay. By the grace of God, you know, I'm still here today.
A lot of crack addicts that smoke over a couple of decades, that's one of the effects. It's kind of like you smoke your heart away.
Well,
Go ahead.
In or around 96, my sister, through one of her friends, helped me get into treatment. And
is that your first time?
My first time in treatment. And I stayed clean for 2 years. And after 2 years being clean, I obtained another addiction. I went from one addiction to another.
What was the other one?
Sex.
Okay.
It's an addiction?
For him,
yeah,
yes,
if it has the same effect as anything else, that is self-destructive, and you can't stop it.
Mind and mood altering.
Right, that's what drugs do. They alter your mind, alter your mood.
Yes, sir.
And when you're addicted, you can't stop on your own. You need help. You have to do it every day. All day.
All day. All day.
As often as you can.
Yeah.
So some of these women say they want to meet those type of addicts. So how did you determine that? Give us a description. Maybe I got it right, but let me hear from you.
7 kids later, $100,000 in child support. And eventually I ran across the wrong person. I became HIV positive. At that point, I relapsed. And that was my way of trying to kill myself.
When did you recover the next time?
2 years later, in '99, I ran from child support, from the dope man, from all my other family issues. I ran down south to Atlanta, knowing that they had a high population of people who are HIV positive. And that's where I got my support and got back into treatment. And I've been clean ever since.
Good, good. So you ran to Atlanta. Where were you living?
In Detroit.
Oh. Trying to make Detroit look bad. We don't do all that in Detroit no more. Might have a couple dope fiends here and there. We just poor because folks start buying foreign cars. Okay. And they stop listening to Motown records.
And turned to the dirty South. Yeah, exactly.
Right, went to Atlanta, right.
Yeah.
You got more Detroiters in Atlanta than you do in Detroit.
Whole lot of people. Really? Whole lot of people. But anyway, I came back in '04 and tried to reclaim my family, tried to reclaim my kids.
How'd that work out for you?
It turned out pretty well. I still have some that are still rebelling. You know, but my daughter's here with me now. She's been a supporter of me. She's called me and showed her love the whole time.
Good. Let me hear some background on you, ma'am.
Well, as he said, my mom did leave. My mom thought my father loved us more than he did her. You know, she was the only child, spoiled, product of divorce, moving back and forth from down south to Detroit. So used to getting whatever she wanted. And my father's very, very attentive. My mother now has Alzheimer's, and he's there to help me whatever I need. He still does running for her. He does whatever I need him to do for her. I'm
glad you pronounced that word properly. Alzheimer's, you know, because I've heard it differently. And I'm glad you being from Detroit, you're pronouncing it correctly. Folks try to act as if we in Detroit are not as well educated as others, but we pronounce difficult words properly.
Right.
I've been to some cities, the city you run off to in particular. So-and-so got old timers. No, that ain't the word. I said it's old timers. You know the stuff where you start losing and you can't tell it has old timers. I said, no, it's Alzheimer's. No, it's old timers.
Yes.
Go ahead. So I'm glad to hear you pronounce it correctly.
And like he said, my mom did leave us, and we got a little wild. I never got on drugs or anything, but I guess food would be my addiction. But hey, you know, you just do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So one day, about 19 years old, decided that I was going to do something with my life. I went to beauty school. I've been a hairdresser for over 25 years.
In the hair capital of the world.
I worked for Mathis 20 years, and I have my own salon, and I'm just doing whatever I can.
So why are you all here suing each other? Unpaid wages, $3,000. What's that about?
Yes. After I returned home, I found out that my mother was getting worse mentally and physically.
That's incorrect, Your Honor. He didn't return from Atlanta. He was in jail in Detroit. And when he called, he wrote me a letter. I don't have the letter, and it was, you know, it's been a while. And he told me, you know, that he needed me to send him some money to get back home and stuff like that. He got to my mother's house. She was so happy to see him because he had been in Atlanta for so long before that. So I brought him out to the car, and I was telling him, you know, how she was acting. And this was actually before we had the...
now, this has to do with the wages?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Well, let him tell me.
Okay.
Because he's suing you about them.
Yes.
Go ahead.
What happened was that it wasn't in the order that she said, but the bottom line is that we got together because my mother needed someone there on a regular basis.
To care for her.
To care for her. She needed the cooking done, the cleaning
place
done,
to stay on.
the lawn, the snow, the washing.
All right, and you all got together, and what was determined?
It was determined that I would be there. I would move
to care
in,
for your mother.
To care for my mother. And we came to an agreement at a point that I had to fill out some paperwork in order to get paid by the state.
You skipped
So
too
I went
far
about
in
getting.
advance, Your Honor.
Hold on, ma'am.
So I went about getting the paperwork done, and they said I couldn't complete it because it needed the guardian's signature, which was her. She had said that at one point that she had filled out the paperwork, but it was just taking a long period of time. Come to find out she never did.
Correct. That's not true.
So anyway...
and you believe she owes you because she failed to fill out the paperwork.
Exactly.
And the amount of time you've spent amounts to $3,000 worth?
Yes.
How do you calculate it?
Well, it was 2.5 years. I calculated it like at about $8 an hour for for 8 hours a day.
All right.
That's the way I calculated it.
Did anyone agree that that would be the amount that you would be paid? Is that what the government would have paid you?
No.
How much would the government have paid
actually,
you?
I don't know. I can't get the information because I'm
you
not the
can't
government.
randomly determine how much you are to be paid. So we have to determine what you would have been paid had the paperwork been filled out. What do you want to tell me? I'm just curious why you're suing her, number two.
Exactly.
But go ahead, man.
I just got guardianship of my mother 2 years ago. Nate, like I said, was in jail. He wrote the letter. He ended up coming home. So he said that, you know, could he stay for a little while? And I said that, yeah, you know, I need the help because I'm working and I got 4 kids of my own.
What was the agreement on staying there?
He's supposed to pay the water bill, and he's going to be there to, you know, watch my mother. And I come in and out. I distribute her medicine. I do the grocery shopping.
That?
I pay all the bills to an extent, very small extent. He never paid the water bill, ever.
Okay.
To this day, he has never paid a water bill. He does not pay anything. I pay the taxes on the house. Well, actually, my mother's money pays the taxes on the house, the lights, the gas, the water, the phone, the cable. I have evidence here where he...
But he said you were supposed to fill out paperwork so that he could be compensated. Was that an agreement?
No, it was never an agreement because he's living there for free. I mean, he has never paid for anything.
Right. And
never.
sir, it does sound very unusual that one sibling would sue the other for taking care of their parent unless the other sibling agreed to a specific amount of money to compensate you for. So you have no right to sue her.
Not only that, Your Honor, he's moved in his girlfriend and her 3 kids. His daughter is there in a 2-bedroom house that has no upstairs, just a basement. I have evidence also proving that he's done all of this. My mother's bills are astronomical for no reason whatsoever. I stopped buying food. I quit buying the food around June, and he goes down to guardianship and complains that I'm not feeding my mother any longer.
Did you do that, sir?
Evidence.
Did you do that?
No, I did not.
I have evidence that
I tried to make... This is what happened, Your Honor. I filed for guardianship myself because Mrs. Senior took out a $30,000, had my mother sign a $30,000 loan on the house, plus $5,000 in credit. She also gets $1,500 a month in money, and she stopped buying groceries herself because I was there.
He also complained that his sister is not providing any food for his mother. Why you lie?
Your Honor,
I'm reading what you told them. I'm reading what you told them.
Let me.
No, nothing. I ask you. I said, did you go and tell them that your sister wasn't providing food for your mother? And you said no.
She was not.
But you told me you didn't say that. Did you have 5 people living there?
No, I did not have no 5 people.
How many people lived there?
My girlfriend moved in with my newborn. Her daughter went to go stay with her father, yet she comes by and visits.
It's incorrect. I have pictures.
So she should pay you, and who else? Your girlfriend as well? How about your new daughter?
My girlfriend.
This daughter lived there?
Yes,
you live there?
Daughter is there too.
Come on up. State your name.
My name is Shavella Langston. As of May, I comes over like when my dad goes to work or his girlfriend goes to work. I comes over and watch my grandmother from 6:30 in the morning until 7:30 at night.
Very good. How much you want?
No.
Everybody want to get paid for watching mama and grandma.
Not only did
you counterclaim for $3,000 for defamation is because of this?
Not only because of this, I also have a statement from one of our best friends. We've been knowing each other since 35 years, who tells where he says that I had been threatening to put him out, and that I was
threatening.
Yes,
Your Honor, she has tried. She's took me to eviction court. I have papers written from neighbors and from my sister of what I'm doing there, taking care of my mother for the past 2.5 years.
That's a beautiful thing, and that's why you're not getting $3,000 because you're supposed to. If you're living there free off your mother and you're not paying a dime, you are not entitled to $3,000 from your sister because she won't fill out paperwork to take care of you and the other 4 people that are living there off your mother. Young lady, I'm glad you're helping your grandmother, but we can't pay you either.
No.
Your claim is dismissed. Have a good day. You haven't proven your defamation. Have a good day.
Thank you.